Later on, next week or something, I'm going to talk about what's going on recently. But right now, I want to talk about my childhood home. I want to share these memories with you because it's hard um, not having those memories anymore and dreaming about them at least like once a week. And maybe this way it would help me just remember the memories as good memories and not bad ones. So this is my childhood house. It's light blue. It's a small cottage, and there's a pretty sizable backyard. I'm sorry if this is boring to you, but I want to do this for me. I need to do this for me for my mental health, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But I understand if you don't want to watch this one. But it's a my house is on a hill. It's almost perfectly like on top of the hill. It's not quite on top of the hill, but it's just a little bit. It's just almost there. Um, so there's this hill, there's this huge yard. I mean, it's not huge, but it's probably like half an acre. And when I was little, these fireflies used to come out, and it's just a bunch of trees around, and just you would just smell. And like, this is like the only way I felt like I could talk about my house. Like, I've I'm not gonna do this, but I've thought about just like filming around my old neighborhood. I'd be hesitant to film my old house. I don't want to be stalkerish or whatever. Uh, to my stepdad that still lives there, I I don't associate with him. That's a whole different story. I don't want to talk about that story. That's a story I don't want to talk about right now. I want to remember the good times. So there's these fireflies will come out at night, and they just light it. They were everywhere. The smell of like um, the grass. You could smell the grass. You could smell the trees and the pollen and the it just had a nice sweet smell to it. Um, there is this little I'm gonna be rambling, but there's this little trash can that was there that me and my friend used to play like secret agents on and stuff like that. We'd like swing on the tree. Eventually, the tree snapped, and the trash can now is like spilling uh, its trash because it's really old and stuff. But like, I used to hang out with her all the time there, and just it was great times. I mean, sometimes she drove me crazy, make me cry and stuff, but I guess that's what brothers and sisters are like. She was like a sister to me. I never had a actual bloodline brother or sister, so there was this little passageway she would walk from her grandma's house to my house. It was really cool. I thought it was so the coolest thing. Like, you could just the fence ended, and then you could just walk to each other's house right through like a little mini forest. It was so cool. It was like the coolest thing because you could go to her house to the other way. It's a little bit longer, but you have to walk all the way around the small. It's not really a forest, but there's some trees there and stuff. It's like a little passageway. Um, I always thought that was cool. Um, uh, you know, I've kind of never. My grandpa passed away in May, and maybe I'm just trying to process all this loss that I've had with my mom, my stepdad. But I'm trying to remember the good times, not the bad times. So I just, for once, I had a dream. It separated the bad times. I could just I literally had a dream about my old house and what it looked like. And um, inside the house, you would, if you make a sharp left, that was my room. Um, it was the first room in the house. Then you'd go down this hallway. Then there's the living room. I thought it was really small at the time, but I'm feeling nostalgic for it. Um, Go down the hallway again. Straight down is the bathroom. I've described my house briefly before in other videos, but my old house anyway. Um, Trying to let go, you know. Then take a left. There's the my mom's uh, and my stepdad's um, bedroom, and then go past there. There's the laundry room. And the craziest thing is I've had multiple dreams where I break inside the house. I'm trying to remember the good times right now, but I need to say this real quick before we get back to the good times. That door is unlocked, and for some reason, my mind kept going to, well, what if I just barge right in and things will be the same like they used to be? You know, I never wanted to invade in his house. This is his house now. I don't want to invade. I don't want to, but in my dreams, I literally just walk in and try to make it better, or say what I gotta say to my stepdad, or get into a fight. I guess I'll talk briefly of what happened. Um, he kind of screwed me over. Uh, he turned into a different person when my mom passed away. He was in probably in the marriage for money, but anyway, so you get a understand about that. Let's go back to the good times now. Um, I would we'd spend a lot of time in the living room. Her house, my neighbor's grandma's house always stunk. There was like two or three dogs and two or three cats, and it's just it was messy and it stunk. So I always liked her coming over to my house. I never would tell her, but our house was the hangout for most of the time. Um, um, I had this little blue chair. I loved it. I loved the color blue. I had this nice little blue chair I'd sit at. Um, yeah, for some reason, like for the longest time, I would go into the living room in my underwear, like no cares in the world. Even when the stepdad moved in, I just I walked around like I owned the place, I guess. I was never my mom never complained about it really too much. Like so one time I got caught because I was in my underwear and I was in a living room, and the doorway, like I said, is there, and my room's the first thing. So I had to go, I'd make a dash, see who it was at the door, and it was her, and she was laughing. I had to make a dash to my bedroom real quick. um, I mean, we played pretend a lot. That's what we usually would do. Um, like like I said, like we make secret agents or whatever. Um, I I don't have much of a, a sexuality, but uh, she would kiss me on the lips and stuff. Like I was like 4, she was 3, and like I think like having that experience led me to ha- be able to kiss people and feel it, because I was just really autistic, and I've been asexual all my life. You know, I like other things, but I don't like sex. You guys know that already. But I'm just talking like this is there's a brand new person in the room and they don't know me. You know what I mean? So uh, some other uh, some other things that woke up my sexuality with her too. Let's just say that my my lack of, but different type of sexuality. You get it. All right. Um. So yeah, uh, I definitely have a type of girl now that I like, which it isn't probably the best. Um, Kind of that bossy, broken type that um is an asshole to everyone else, but you can tolerate her enough. Let's get back to some good time. I don't know. I don't know if that's really a good time, but um, um, so I don't know, man. It just was. It's just all I knew. I knew it was a small house, and I didn't notice until I got older. But it was home. It was a sense of belonging. I've been that from age 3 to about 18 ish. I lived in that house. So, um, just all the memories that I'm trying to keep the good ones separated from the bad, even though I think that's all of our memories. We have good ones and we have bad ones there. That's just life. I hope to one day own that house again. Um, but I guess that's pretty much it. I I think I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything I wanted to say before I ended, but let's just say that that was my home and it was ripped from me, and I'm trying to get back to my roots and just remember the good times, times with my mom, times with her, times the neighbor girl that didn't actually live there, but it was spent time with her grandma. I'm I had some type of mental health crisis that I want to just tell in one big video. So I don't want to bother. I don't want to constantly just make mental health videos. But um, I don't want to spoil too much. I just want to make one video for it. Um, but I just keep having dreams about this stuff, and you know, finally it was a nice dream. I didn't I felt like my stepdad was lingering in the dream. I didn't feel like he wasn't in it. A lot of times he's in my dreams and he usually ruins the good mood of the dream. It's But anyway, I took a nap. I know if you know what time it is in my Eastern Standard Time, I know it's 8 p.m. kind of a little bit past. So it's like, why is this guy talking about sleeping right now in dreams? Um, but that's the house that kind of made me kind of. I now appreciate the most broken women, and I'm their friend because, for me, I didn't have any other friends either. So I try to, when I meet this type of girl that fits this criteria, well, I like to be friends with anyone regardless, but there's something about it. It's just hot as hell. Okay, I'll stop there. Because, like, obviously, it'd be great I had someone that didn't have those problems in my life. But I don't know. I just didn't have many friends back then. And it just meant a lot to me, you know? Um, so yeah. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. This was more for me than anybody else right now going through this mental health thing. I'll keep you informed in about a week or so. Uh, let's say 9 days. Why so specific? You'll find out. And I'll see you when you watch me again, metaphorically. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks. Thanks for listening, guys. That means a lot. But